Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this world. It's nice to be back with yet another exciting and interesting topic. I welcome you back to the channel. Today we are going to be diving into a very important topic that affects many people in our community. In fact, affects billions of people around the world. There are hidden dangers of synthetic hair extensions. Yes, you heard me right. There are hidden dangers of hair extension, especially the synthetic one. It causes cancer. And not only cancer, it causes reproductive organ toxicity. Big talk, but this video will shed more light on why these popular hair products are more harmful than you think. I want you to understand, the synthetic hair extensions. These synthetic hair extensions are widely used because they are affordable and they mimic the look of natural hair. There are many brands out there. I don't want to talk or rather mention the names of these brands so that I don't get knocked down on this video. But the brands. You use the brands every day. You go to the market. They are the cheap ones. They have some might be probably even expensive. Cheapness is relative. And they come in different styles. They have Kelon written on it, natural. Some of them come with curly, some with the natural, the curly type, different colors, red, blue, different shades of blonde, which we use for Ghana weaving, for cornrows, for the long braids, the short braids, all kinds of braids. The product that I'm talking about. They are out there, they are in the market. There are so many types. But these products are not even produced by Africans for Africans. Most of them are produced by Asians, and it's amazing. Perhaps these people are ignorant of the dangers that they are causing because they don't use these synthetic hair extensions on themselves. But we Africans, we have been braiding our hair from many years ago, hundreds of years back, even before slave trade. African women have been braiding their hair to look beautiful, different cultures, different styles, braiding their hair for different purposes. It's our cultural practice and it's very beautiful. But my sisters and brothers, there is a dark side I want us to discuss in this video. There are toxic chemicals in these synthetic extensions. Yes. These hair extensions are made from what is called modacrylic fiber. And this modacrylic fiber includes toxic substances such as acrylonitrile and vinyl chloride. You can do your research. But these chemicals are harmful to humans. For example, acrylonitrile is known to cause cancer, and vinyl chloride is linked to serious cancers like liver cancer and leukemia. Imagine, leukemia is in the blood. It affects the blood, and it has real life impact. Think about it. We wear these things for a long time, sometimes up to 6 weeks. Some people wear it for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and change the style. But some, maybe due to the expense of braiding and removing the braids, they wear these wigs sometimes 4 to 6 weeks. Meanwhile, the rate, the standard rate for this is just a few hours. I'm going to read something to you from a website. I'm reading it from the Lancet Regional Health website where they talked about this thing. They said that by 2028, the global hair wig and extension market is expected to surpass $19 billion. And black women in the United States and women on continental Africa are the largest consumer group of this industry. Can you imagine? People are using our lives to make billions of dollars. You know, the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. In 2022, 34% of African adult black women wore braids with synthetic extensions within the last 3 years. And synthetic braids are the second most popular hairstyle among African black women aged between 18 to 34. Can you imagine? Our young generation. And this is supposed to be the period where women are supposed to be getting pregnant, producing children. I don't want to go into, conspiracy theories here, where there's this thing against black population, there's this active, depopulation going on against black people specifically. I don't want to go there, but just imagine, these people in the hundreds of millions are potentially exposed to this. We are not even counting the little children that wear these braids, though, and our more advanced women. This is specifically 18 to 34 years. Oh, and there is no regulation. This article is a very long one. I just wanted to read that aspect to you. And the synthetic extensions also contain and emit concerning substances, including volatile compounds, VOCs, upon heat exposure. There's something that we do to make it look finer. Sometimes we put it in hot water, we dip it in hot water, we use coiling irons, or we use the flat iron to make it straight, or even use fire, to burn the tips. So we expose these synthetic fibers to heat. And reading from this website, I can see that most braiders seal the end of synthetic braids with hot water treatments or coiling irons to prevent unraveling. And this long-term exposure to VOCs may exacerbate asthma in black communities. It doesn't end there. Another concern is the synthetic extension that contains flame retardant fibers. In recent times, because maybe some people have caught fire with this thing, they have now come up with these flame retardant hair extensions. They are very popular. In fact, there was a time I know they were doing an active campaign. A popular brand, the brand, was coming up with some popular. They were really going to university campuses. Can you imagine going to our university campuses? Getting young girls to start buying. In fact, they were even giving them out free at the time to start using this flame retardant. It is written in this. I will show you the screenshot of where I'm reading this information from. These flame retardant fibers, relatively cheap chemicals used for fire safety law and performance standards. Though the flame retardants themselves are not required by fire safety laws, in January 2022, the New York State joined 4 other states, namely Delaware, Georgia, Iowa, and West Virginia, in banning these flame retardants due to their adverse effect health, including cancer and reproductive organ toxicity. And there is currently no ban on this. Wonderful. These things have real life impact. When you think about it, people wear these things for so many weeks. They are breathing in the chemicals into their lungs. And that is why so many black women already are beginning to face high rates of health issues such as breast cancer and endocrine disorders. These things worsen cancer reproductive system. I know the sad news. There is little or no regulation on these products. That means these harmful chemicals are being freely used. Can you imagine? The banning is for use in fire extinguishing, yet it is not banned for hair use. That is to safeguard the lives of firefighters who are not even exposed to these things for a long time, maybe just a few hours. But we expose ourselves to these things for weeks. We expose ourselves to these things for weeks. Really, this is a truly dark side to this thing. And I'm going to read to you, to tell you some things, real life impact on people who have used these things, and it is confirmed that it was from this product. Let's look at a few real life stories. There's one lady, Tanya. Tanya was a 32-year-old mother. She loved wearing synthetic braids, and over the years, she noticed frequent headaches and skin rashes. Have you noticed such similar symptoms? Have you noticed headaches and skin rashes? Because, you may think it's something else, but I will suggest that you visit a doctor. Because early detection of these things means one can treat them, But if it's found out too late, it's now, you find out that, it's stage 4 cancer, or, it is too late, there's now, it will be too late to even save somebody. But visit your doctor early. If you notice frequent headache and skin rashes, this lady discovered that it was these chemicals in the extension that caused this thing. And as soon as she went natural, stopped using this thing, the symptoms disappeared. There's another lady. Her name is Lisa. She's a professional hairstylist. And she often uses this synthetic extension for her clients and herself. She too developed respiratory problems and severe allergies. It was after a visit to the doctor that it was discovered. And she was told to, change her profession. But of course, she didn't change it. She only just switched to natural hair products. There's another person, her name is Nina, a college student who loved wearing, these synthetic braids for convenience. And she was diagnosed with hormone-related issues. And interestingly, a visit to the doctor showed that there was a possible link to her health problem and these toxic materials in the hair extension. So my sisters and brothers, this is a serious thing. You should share this video to everybody. Share this video to everybody. There must be an awareness on the dangers of using synthetic hair extensions. I'm not against any company. I've not mentioned their names. But you see, we need to help ourselves. We need to be our brother's keeper. We should not just sweep this thing under the carpet. We should take this thing very seriously. It is life and death. Or rather, it's life and life. Because people are suffering. People are going through, pain and not knowing the cause of this thing. Because there's no regulation and, there's not much research out there to find out what more can be done. Or, and that's why I'm saying we need to do something. For those of you who can write these people, write them. Perhaps even take up, go through the internet, there are a few research on it. And then if you can get a good lawyer, get these companies to change the materials, the chemicals that they use in producing these weave-ons and braiding extensions. At least I believe something can be done. But nothing will be done until we, start shining the light on these things. More research should be done. Those of you who are in university, you can take it up as your project so that, there'll be more information out there to save life. And perhaps you are even a government official listening to me. We need strict government regulations. We need stricter government regulations on synthetic hair products. And this is why. because there should be regulations to ensure that these chemicals are limited or banned entirely to protect consumer health. Also, there should be transparency. Yes. There should be transparency, clearly labeling these products as poisonous so that the consumer will make more info. I'm not just hidden, sometimes when they put these warnings, they make the warning so tiny that even though the warning is on the paper, it's so small, somebody cannot read it. They should make it bold, very bold. There should be transparency on this thing. And of course, the companies that produce this thing should be held accountable. They are not even black, people making this thing for black people. It's Asians, mostly Asians. And it's a big billion-dollar market. So why can't they, on this population that is providing this kind of humongous, big income for them, why can they not do something to safeguard our health? Because we are making them billions of dollars. And they know we need it because it's part of our culture, It's part of our culture to wear this thing. We grew up with these hair braids. And they are beautiful. They make us look beautiful. That is why most women use them. So, my brothers and sisters, I'll just give you some practical advice, so that you can protect yourself from these dangers and protect your loved ones too. But number one is share this video. Share it, make it go viral. It has to go out. Many people need to know about the dangers of these hair products. So, I initially said, those of you in schools, reading chemistry and all of these courses, check do some research and put out more information out there on the internet. And all of us on our own, we should prioritize our safety and, make sure we check for the products. And I know it's not easy to break the habit of using these things. What I will advise is don't use these things for a very long time. If you are wearing this synthetic hair, don't leave it on for weeks, and reduce putting them in heat, because it is the heat, exposure to heat, that brings, out these dangerous chemicals. I will suggest that you don't burn the tips, and all of that, and put it in hot water, I know it makes it better, but come on, we are talking about life here. Because cancer is a slow killing disease. It's not as if it will kill somebody once. The person will suffer and suffer and suffer and eventually die. So, is it worth it? And above all, I opt for natural alternatives. I wear short hair, but you can wear your hair natural. Use natural braids, to grow your hair, or just weave your hair, or do the cornrows or the Ghana weaving, whatever. Use your natural hair or human hair, if possible, to reduce exposure to these harmful chemicals. And stay informed. Like on this channel, because my sister died of cancer last month, and because of that, I am so passionate about looking on ways to prevent this thing. So stay informed and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because going forward, I'll be posting more about these things. And we should support initiatives and policies that call for stricter regulation on these cosmetic products. So, please share this video to spread awareness and protect our community, our beautiful women, and even guys who braid their hair too, of the hidden dangers of these synthetic hair extensions. And, our black hair health is so important. And hair braiding safety is equally important. So don't forget, post your comments. What do you think? Or do you know somebody who was affected by something like this? Or were you also affected? I want you to post comments. Post in the comment section. What do you think? Or do you know of any regulations going on? Let us know. And I want you to subscribe so that you can hear more topics like this. Please stay safe and take care of your health, okay? I love you. God bless you. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.